teachers of many schools tell me we're upset at this and we're ready to walk out and support you.
Keep my kids and our kids as a Canadian by themselves.
The grooming of our children, the grooming is starting from the government and down.
Robert Kraychik here for Rebel News here in Ottawa, Ontario, right near Parliament Hill, where there's a demonstration opposed to what I'll call the LGBTQ enterprise and campaign and operation run by a bunch of parents. A lot of Muslims are in attendance, and let's go talk to some of these demonstrators and see what's on their minds.
I have kids and I want them to choose what they want, you know. I don't want anyone to force them and put in their mind something they don't like or it's opposite of nature. I want them to be as both as nature. God created us from Adam and Eve, not from two male or two females.
We're trying to contain everybody's emotions, and we're trying to protest peacefully and bring people together, Christians and Muslims and all factions of Canadians together to say hands off our kids. So it's a uniform message. But remember, the protest that you went to in Longfields High School, that protest was organized by kids. I was in my office. I found out 2 hours into that protest.
We have a lot of issues in Canada. We never thought this issue will come up, and that's the grooming of our children in schools. This government, school boards are grooming children as young as 5-year-olds, kindergarten, grade 1 and 2. This has to stop. Kids go to school to learn math, geography, and science, not to learn what gender is.
So this came to your attention within the past 2 years?
I was like hearing lots of things about them, but for myself, I don't care what they want. They do it for themselves, but keep my kids and our kids as a Canadian by themselves.
Today you're coming to the schools and you've come and you've upset the mamas and the fathers and the papa bears and the mother bears without their consent, and you are forcing this agenda on kids. And some of the material is sexually explicit.
If you want to dress up, if you're a man want to dress up as a woman, you're free to do it. Stay away from our children. Gender issues, sexualization, there's no place in schools for sexual subjects.
Keep them alone. Don't interfere with our kids. Keep our kids alone.
School are only for education. We want to have a generation that's highly educated, that will go to school and go to college. We don't want this issue to be the main issue for children in schools. So that's why we came out. This has to stop. Teachers are grooming the children in public. Like they tell them, if you want to be a boy, you can. If you want to be a girl, you can. And starting September, they will start calling children them and they until the child decides if he wants to be a he or a she. We're talking about 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and 4-year-olds. This has to stop. And this is a long road. This is a war against children, and this is grooming of children. We are willing to go to this war to protect our children. We need to take action.
In a week and 2 days, we had 6 protests. This is the biggest one. Now, how many protests are coming? I can't speak to that because I'm even surprised of some of the protests. I'm trying to give solidarity as much as I can and to educate.
If you think highly sexualized and often pornographic content has no place in educational curriculum targeting students in government-run schools and public libraries, please sign our petition at stopclassroomgrooming.com.